Welcome to Evolution in Controls. I'm your host, Tim Wilson. Thank you for joining us. By now, the rapid pace of technological change that we're experiencing feels almost commonplace, and the mobile manufacturing environment is not exempt. Changes in technology makes the design process for new products slower and more costly. But when this dynamic is coupled with a shortage of experienced and knowledgeable workers that we're experiencing in industry, then the impact on cost or the time required for new product development is compounded, maybe even to the point of unacceptable. How can an OEM efficiently manage the adoption of new technology while at the same time managing their product engineering process? How can an OEM keep up with the advancements in radically new products while reacting to changing customer requirements and the shifting competitive landscape? Are there partners that equipment manufacturers can turn to help them answer questions for which they lack the people or time to answer? Is there an approach that will yield greater certainty for applications when it's difficult to be certain about what even questions to ask? Here to help us work through this complex environment are two guests from Bosch Rexroth. Mr. Brad Bardall is the Regional Vice President of Sales for Mobile Applications, and Mr. Gunther Nunweiler is the Vice President of Sales for Bosch Rexroth's North American Mobile Application. Guys, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us, Tim.
Good to be here.
Brad, let's start with you. Tell me a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with Rexroth, what do you do for them?
Sure. So I've been with Bosch Rexroth for 25 years. A great 25 years. But
all 25 years are great?
the majority of them.
All
Let's average
right.
it out. So 24 and a half, I'm going to say we're beautiful. The rest of the time I was on vacation, maybe. I don't know. But all good. Within this role, in our conversation today, my role is leading the rollout of our Mobile Solution Partner Program, which is exciting, which we're going to talk a lot about.
Awesome. Gunther, how about you? How long have you been?
Tim, I've been with Rexroth, Bosch Rexroth for 37 years. So it's been a great career. I've had the opportunity to work with Morel many of those years, probably 30 plus years with Morel as a background. If I look over the years, industrial side for the first half of my career and then moving into the mobile side as well. So I've had the opportunity to work with you here in the automotive group and over the years and now working with you on the mobile side.
Well, Brad mentioned the MSP program, or the Mobile Solutions Partner Program. Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, absolutely. This is truly exciting. We've been partners for years, and what we're looking at now is creating the next step in our relationship to grow even closer together, serving our mobile customers with complete platform and complete solutions. And working with Morel, we have the opportunity now to take a look at the product portfolio, the applications, hardware, software. We're also looking at the ability to create solutions for specific customer needs, engaging their needs on their machines.
Is this really being driven by the technological change or the pace of the change? Is that what has driven you guys to bring this program out?
Well, it's actually being driven by the total transformation of mobile machines. And when I say transformation, it's been happening over the last 5 to 10 years, in that range, 10 years plus, especially with the big OEMs. It's been happening longer. However, the electronification and electrification of mobile machines has increased at an incredible rate. And when we talk about electronification, we talk about software, and a lot of software. And we talk about sensors, and we talk about a control authority that has taken a huge step in the past years when it comes to mobile machinery. So to have that capability, to provide the machine what it needs for our customers to be successful, it also requires a whole new level of process control and a whole new level of skill set for that particular control authority.
So when you talk about the new technology that's coming out, I understand it's making things that didn't used to be possible now possible, and that's fundamentally changing the OEMs or the equipment manufacturers. It's changing the machines. But you're implying that the process of designing that machine, that needs to change also, or how they go about it?
We are. The process does need to be changed. In regards to software engineering, let's stay there for a second, huh? From a software standpoint, I'm sure we've all been involved with projects that we have scope creep, we have We have new applications or new techniques introduced halfway through the project. Oh, I forgot about this, I forgot about that. Whoop, that didn't quite work like we wanted, so let's step back. And that means time, money, and delay for not only us, but our customer base. So from a process standpoint, it's really important to state that up front, walk through a process where there's no errors, and at the end, have a true validation of the overall machine.
So we're talking about new products, a whole new family of products because of technological change. And now we're talking about a mobile solution partner. Talk to me, Gunther, a little bit about that partnership.
Sure. So for us, it's really even coming closer together, working specifically on next generation technologies demanded by the market, and your customers are demanding to participate. So when Brad speaks about electronics, our software and hardware, over the years you see a migration from mechanical to hydraulic to electronic to proportional, and now integrating a complete solution. And there's so many applications within that for safety on board, for safety working in the environment in the machine that's at a job site. So our goal is to integrate those solutions with the new products in a way that empowers our customers. And when we talk about electrification, we're looking at high voltage systems, 700 volt systems with electric motors and inverters, and then incorporating a total scheme within how does a machine operate in the future. And we're at a gateway right now with new products launching and new development in those markets, in our markets.
Talk to me about a mobile solutions partner. What do they do? What's the process? How does it work?
So if we look at, this is actually a global program. Our partner program is through what we call our Certified Excellence Program. And through that Certified Excellence Program, we have 4 categories of certification. The highest level being a solution partner. And that's encompassing all the factors of being essentially almost an integrator, if you will, into one fold. So from a partner perspective, we have essentially it's a 2-year program at this point in time, right? To become certified, that certification process runs down a checklist of process control, runs down through a checklist of training by Bosch Rexroth to the partner, runs down through a checklist of commercial items that need to be in place to truly provide the value required for success for the end customer. And through that, they become certified as a solution partner for mobile applications.
They get a certification from Bosch Rexroth. Let me push back for a second. Just why does an OEM care that I have a certificate, that I'm certified? Why would they care?
Sure. Well,
why is it important?
The goal is we as Bosch Rexroth have been essentially integrating vehicles for years. How many years? Gone through maybe 30 years or 40 years, right? Essentially, and we've been doing electronification and electrification for the past 15, 20 years, right? And so we've been doing this. We only have so many resources. And now at this point in time, the transformation of mobile machines has driven all the way down even to the OEMs that manufacture 1 or 2 machines. They still need that capability to support the market need, and therefore we see it as a need to extend our resources to a local level to expand upon excellence.
Bosch Rexroth is multiplying their resources through the MSP program.
100%, exactly.
May I also add too, from the perspective of the customer. So finding the right talent in the right time, understanding the technology shift, and the ability to adapt in this environment today is very fast. And so that hunt for talent and implementation and being confident and comfortable that we are providing the solution that they can go to market with to serve their customers is critical. So that certification process really identifies the fact that we are taking a holistic approach to solutions, no matter what they are. It can be as simple as a gear pump or a piston pump, but the reality is it's an entire view of the machine. And that's how we come to market. So we're not interested in flow and pressure. We're interested in what are your customer needs, and we refer to those as service output demands. And for us is how do we address the needs your customer needs in the market today?
So an MSP is really standing in the gap. It's an extension of Bosch Rexroth as a company.
That's correct.
Into the application.
Yeah.
It sounds like for an OEM, it might be an intrusive or an invasive process. Is that the way that it actually is, or talk to me a little about it?
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's interesting. A lot of times we'll get this perspective and say, we need this pump at this flow and this configuration. We go, great. However, we want to understand how we want a machine to run and how we need to use that component. Because if there's a pump, there's the entire portfolio of requirements to make that happen. So we need to understand the usage. And not only that, providing solutions that empower that to the next level. When we talk about that, it's in a view to say, yes, we do have that, but we also focus together with Morel as an example to say, the point for us is more important than providing a pump. It's a solution to ensure that you're successful in your market. And yes, it may be a little intrusive. I got some pushback from some customer who goes, I gave you the spec. We understand that, but I know your machine, and here's the dilemma you have with your application.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's supportive, actually, right? Intrusive,
We believe that.
Let's say supportive.
Yeah.
I think we believe that, right?
We believe we're
It's
supportive.
supportive to the OEM's engineering efforts in regards to how components work together to achieve the ultimate goal.
So you talked about achieving the goals. You actually said successful. Tell me how you define success.
That's perfect. For us, we talk about true north. So
Okay.
that is success that we want to see our customers enjoy. We even use the word love in connection to our customers. We want our customers to love to do business with us.
That's not a word you hear often in these situations.
We had a long debate on that, putting in our target, and it's really the case. Even Mr. Nunweiler from the Bosch board, Bosch Rexroth board, talks about the fact we want our customers to love doing business with us. It's a perspective to say that we are here to be a partner and we're in for the long run. And we feel obligated to share and present next generation products and applications beyond what they're seeing today. And we're doing that successfully. We've just had several conferences together, with Morel included, to talk about those next generation technologies. It's a gateway, and our responsibility is to ensure success.
So you're looking for the group hug afterwards.
Oh,
Well,
always.
this has actually happened, Tim. You know, it's funny, right? We talk about love, but seriously, our goal is to see the customer get out of the cab of the machine down in our validation center in Fountain, South Carolina, and walk up to our software engineer, our application engineer, and our project manager on the project, and literally give them a hug. And this has happened. This has physically happened. We've seen it.
Not on camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it was on camera.
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
Sadly, no.
So what does the future look like? Where are we going to be with this MSP program 5 years down the road, or with the technology 5 years down the road?
From a perspective of the future, so we talk about transformation of mobile machinery. Really today, making a major effect upon the electronification, utilizing control, electronic sensors, automated functions, and those type of factors. Still primarily with a hydraulic machine control base. Yeah? Five years down the road, we'll see a significant expansion into electrification. And electrification is really exciting for us because we are releasing right now our E-Line product portfolio, which is drives, controls, chargers, power distribution modules, the entire portfolio to actually electrify an entire mobile machine. So we'll see that expand dramatically. And in 5 years, this is a part of our Mobile Solution Partner Program that will be included in that, giving our OEM base truly a transformational, let's call it transformational phase B, right? Phase B, the ability to do that even with smaller OEMs. 5
years, where do you see it? MSP.
We're even closer together. We will have the network of our partners here is coming stronger together. As a matter of fact, we're going to be meeting later today with all our partners development here in your facility. Our true north is our customer success. And when we become a partner with them and they see continuing operations and continuing development and continuing the business in our mobile markets in North America, we know we're successful.
I want to thank you very much, guys, for joining me. It's been a very interesting conversation. I'm excited to see what the next future looks like, the next 5 years looks like.
It'll be transformable, Tim.
Awesome.
It's
Transformational.
transformational, exactly.
To learn more about Bosch Rexroth's mobile applications, visit boschrexroth.com. To learn more about Marel and their systems and solutions, visit marel-group.com. Don't forget to subscribe to Evolution in Controls on whatever platform you use for podcasts or on YouTube for a video version so you can be updated when we release new episodes. Thank you again for joining us today. I'm Tim Wilson, and remember, keep moving.